All right, chosen ones, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode on Antonicus Motivates. Chosen ones, I think it's clear to see right about now what's going on right now. We are going through a shift, and everything, the system and all, is collapsing. And I'm not even surprised right about now because you know the things they did to us. You know what they did to us. And they think that they had got away with it, but they didn't. So it's judgment time for all of them right now. And so what you are seeing right now with everything happening, it's like, this is obvious, more obvious than ever, that it's time for all of these devils to get their comeuppance, their up and comeuppance, their comeuppance. Time for them to get their time for what they've done. They need to be seriously humbled right now, and the Most High is seriously about to humble all of them, because if you look at what's happening, if you look at how nobody can even pay their bills anymore and stuff like that. I saw a video on a homestead journey with lots of different people talking about they can't even pay their bills. And so many of them have even just altogether stopped paying their bills. They just haven't paid their bills. And, another thing with all of this is that, the banks have all these properties of people who have not paid their payments on their mortgages or whatever, and they can't even foreclose on the houses, because if they was to do that, they don't have nobody else to put in the house, because there's too many houses that need to be foreclosed on. So they have all of these properties of all of these people all over, where if they foreclose on the homes, then the homes are going to be left empty, because no one's going to be able to come in and reoccupy or repurchase the home or take out another loan on another home. So what you're seeing is right now the whole bubble beginning to burst. And so, this is another reason why there was another earthquake today, a 5.0 on Mary Greeley News Channel. I just saw in Kazakhstan or something like that. So these earthquakes are still going off left and right all over the whole world. And this is God's way of showing the wicked and evil ones who run this world, who think they run this world, who really runs this world. And so they probably already have started running to their underground bunkers and everything, because they've built their underground bunkers. They've, made their way where they think they're going to escape, but there's no escape for none of them. And you see what really happened, man, was you see these wicked and evil people. They tried to destroy you, chosen one. They tried to destroy you your whole entire life. You could never really be a part of this system, because, every time you tried to be a part of this system, somebody was trying to throw a monkey wrench in your operation. Every time you tried to, express yourself the way you wanted to, you weren't allowed to. They censored you. They tried to silence your voice. They made it pretty much impossible for you to function out here. It's like you had to go through pure hell, and nobody cared. Nobody had any feelings of remorse for what was going on with you, with your life, or how you felt, or anything. They had a selfish disregard for your feelings. The people in your fake hometown or in your fake family, they tried to sacrifice you. Your fake family tried to sacrifice you. You looked at everybody else around you, in your prime of life, man. And you was like, why is it that other people, they seem to be having the life that I think that I should have? Like, why does it seem so easy for them, but it's so hard for me? Like, why does it seem like, what's wrong? You know what I mean? Am I just a less fortunate person, or, what's the deal? Why do I have it always so hard financially? And why is it that every time that I start to get ahead, I keep getting pushed back? And the whole time, the reason why was that you didn't know about, or that you wasn't aware about, was that the whole time, what I'm saying, they had you under heavy spiritual warfare and under witchcraft. And so they was putting all kind of spells and hexes and curses on you that you knew nothing about. And like I said, this was probably like for many of you when you was in a low vibrational state. So you had tried to go back to the world or fit into the world, and during that time, you was like trying to just like be a part of this system. But you could never be a part of this system, because even when you tried to, they still didn't accept you even then. And so you could never really be a part of the system at all. We was not put here to be a part of the system. We were put here just to come and shine our light, to come and put out something different, to put a different vibe out there that was unlike anyone else. And we stayed our authentic selves, which was another reason why we was always hated, why we could never be a part of this system. And we never sold out or nothing like that, like so many did. And so leading up to all of these things that have happened, you know what I mean, man, it's like we done seen the separation of the wheat from the weeds. So it's already done happened. People have already done pretty much made up their mind which route they was gonna take. The devil has deceived so many into believing the lies that was told to them. And now we can see what's happening and the culmination of everything from that, and from this corrupted type of system, or corrupted politicians and people in positions of power who have been taking bribes and secret handshakes, and they work for their puppet masters, the elites, who is really the ones who are funding them and whose payroll they are on. And so everything is being like, the curtain is being like really pretty much like lifted off of everything right now, so everybody can see what's really been going on the whole time. But see, we knew what was going on the whole time. We knew that was what was going on the whole time. And we knew that these billionaires and these elites and these ones who run our government and everything are like the people like at the very top, like the Rothschilds and the people who run Israel and everything over there. And then so many other ones of them that are in these tech companies from Silicon Valley. We see now what they're doing, what they've been doing. They've been setting everything up to tighten the noose on society, on humanity, on everyone all over the world, with these like big technological data collection centers and AI and all of that. And nobody really wants this, because it's really all about total control making everyone into humanoids, taking away the jobs, replacing humans with robots, and the population of the world. And they wanted to exterminate us all like we was cockroaches, basically. So what you are seeing now is you are seeing the whole thing go down because of that. You are seeing the ship sinking right now because of all of that. You're seeing everything collapsing right in front of you. And I'm not surprised, you know, I've been kind of ready for this because, you know, at the same time, while I don't like to see it, at the same time, I've been ready to see this because I already done told y'all my story about what they did to me here in my fake hometown. You know, after I gave out all my music for free, I Give God the Glory 1, 2, 3, Forever Volume 1 and 2, you know, I put out all my work out there, and, you know, I tried to show people the truth because I had already read books about all of this, that I knew this was all going to come with all this technology and everything. But, you know, I was misunderstood. And this is what happened to all of us chosen ones. We got misunderstood. You know, then we had no support, you know, because first of all, we couldn't go back into the churches or to institutionalized church because we knew that was all fake. We knew that there was no, like, really pretty much spirit of truth in there. The Holy Spirit was not in there. You know, it's a lot of witches and warlocks who was in there. And so then we couldn't go, we tried to go back to our old friends, but that didn't work either because they was going to stay stagnant. They wasn't never going to, you know, be on the type of level we wanted to be on, where we was always wanting to be on positivity and change and, you know, genuine relationships and stuff like that. Mostly all of them was like into the, you know, into the way they was programmed by the system to, you know, to try to play us, you know, they all wanted to, you know, run game on us and everything like that. That's all they ever wanted to do. They never really wanted to be, you know, forthright or, you know, honest. They was dishonest. They was all like NPCs the whole time. They was non-player characters. They was fake. They weren't, none of them was never real. You know, we couldn't have any type of like real, you know, functional, you know, relationships with none of them because they was all about taking from us and they was never about giving nothing back in return. And so, you know, we was misunderstood by them because, you know, like we couldn't fit in with them. So we wasn't having the right type of support or nothing for like our ministries or whatever we was trying to do, you know, to share the gospel or to, you know, to say, you know, the name of the Most High in our music, you know, and all of that, you know. And I done told you about, you know, what happened because of that. They tried to cancel us is what happened. You know, they tried to cancel us. They tried to erase us because of our faith, because of our belief. We was extremely persecuted. You know, we was made fun of. We was mocked. And so, you know, everything that happened to us pretty much forced us to struggle our whole entire lives here. And then when we remembered who we were, then we understood the reason why. You know, we understood the reason why all of this happened to us. And so now what you are seeing now is you are seeing all those who were lifted in pride, who, you know, felt like they were so high and mighty, and who have felt so long like they have all the power and like no one can do nothing to them and they can't be touched. We are seeing now that God, the Most High God, is showing them that they are going to be touched. And so there's no escape for none of them. There's no escape for the ones who did what they did to you. You know, there's no escape for none of them. And all of the ones who went along with the ones who they put on pedestals over you, the ones who they saw flashy and flossing and, you know, out here superficially shining and stuff like that. It was all fake. They all believed in them. They believed in the lies that they was spreading. They believed in the evil. They was led astray by them. They didn't want what we wanted. They didn't want, to serve God. They didn't want to be about what we was about. They didn't want to fight the flesh or nothing like that. They didn't want to, do the inner work or nothing like that. So they came after us. They did everything they could to attack us, to provoke us, to constantly provoke us over and over again, to try to get us to come out of character. But we held the line. We held strong. We didn't fall for the bait. We didn't take the bait. We didn't fall for their traps. And the Most High was right there with us the whole time, and he saw everything and all that they've been doing to us and have done to, to pretty much just humiliate us. We survived the humiliation rituals. We survived all of that. We survived all of the hate, all of the lies and everything. And now, when you look at everything that's happening, when you look at everything that's going on, left and right, we are seeing these disasters. We are seeing everything falling. We are seeing where, like, they've done built the police state all around us. And this has all been going on because people were not aware. They kept going along to get along. They didn't pay attention. And they thought that it was just going to go on forever the way they thought it was going to go on. They didn't think that nothing was going to end up coming because they were not ready, because they have not been, doing what they needed to be doing. They did not listen to us. And they thought that this was, they thought that this wasn't going to happen. And they kept trusting in these politicians, thinking that they was going to save them, thinking that they was going to save America and all of this and that and the other, make America great again and everything like that. And the whole time, it's all been lies. So it's all coming out, man. Everything is being revealed. Like, the veil is being lifted off of everything for everyone to see what's been going on the whole entire time. And so I'm not surprised about none of it. And really, you know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for the shift. People who are not on a high vibrational frequency no more. Everybody who's been on a low vibrational frequency. All these sellouts, all these fakes, all these snakes. Everybody who has done, pretty much, just trampled over good people, tried to make us out to be the villains, tried to make good people out to be the villains. All these wicked and evil people who have, pretty much just, they left us for dead. All these wicked and evil people who, was your fake friends, who wasn't never really about you or for you. All of these wicked and evil people who've been doing so much to backstab you, betray you, all of that. It's their time right now to get their comeuppance, man. All of them are going down, and it's no escape for none of them. And so all the fraudulent, like, systems, everything that's been protecting, like, the wicked evil ones, even your police systems, your judicial systems, all of that is collapsing. The Ponzi scheme is really over right about now. And everything that's been going on, for so long with this loop they tried to have us all in. The veil is being lifted from it all, from what it's all been about the whole entire time. These people have been affiliated with criminals. They've been running criminal organizations within our government. They've been running like human trafficking organizations within our government. They've been sacrificing kids to Moloch and to, like, you know, all these idols and everything like that. They knew what was about to happen, really, pretty much is what was going down when we saw, like, from the beginning of 2026, if you remember, when everything was coming out, when they were all being exposed right back then. You know, this is when they panicked, when they threw out more distractions. When they started the whole war, it was in March. You know, we started off in 2026 pretty good, but then, you know, everything like pretty much went downhill ever since March. Like ever since March, with the gas prices increasing and everything, this was just the system gasping for air to get whatever they can left out of the people, to pillage us from the last bit of whatever we had, to like pretty much just squeeze the last drops of whatever they could out of us. And I showed you what they was doing to me with the property taxes, and I told you my story and like how I'm here with my 84-year-old mother, and how I don't even have no property, and how they kept sending me threatening bills, you know, and threatening to report me to the collection agencies and everything because I wasn't paying, and sending bills that kept going up by $1,000 every time. But this is what's been going on all over the country. And so pretty much everything that we tried to tell people before about these property taxes, about the system and everything like that, about how it was all legalized robbery, nobody listened to us. They didn't pay us no attention. I mean, this whole thing was legalized robbery, basically, with the whole property tax system. So all of that, the veil is being lifted on all of that. These people have been reptilians who have been in control of our government. They're not human. They've already been taken over by the forces of darkness completely, you know. And so, you know, I would not be surprised at anything right about now. And I would not be surprised if like more of these disasters start happening on a more frequent basis every day right now. And today we are in this solar eclipse. And it's going to be, you know, this solar eclipse today, plus the Lionsgate portal, I think is going to be closing soon. So, you know, it's like, and then we're still in this planetary alignment. And it's a lot of things coming down the pike right now. So I would just be like, if I was you, I would just be prepared for anything to happen at this time. Stay in your word of God, keep your full armor on, and continue to pray every day, because right now, man, the way I see it, it's like, it's pretty much a wrap, you know. There's no question about it. It's a wrap right now. I tried to look at other ways where I could see it wasn't, or that things could keep going on for maybe a year or two more or whatever, or I don't know how much longer. But it seems to me like, if you ask me, I feel like time is very, very short right now, man. I feel like time is very, very short. I don't know how much more time is left. I don't know how much more persecution we are going to have to endure. We've already endured pretty much the worst, and we're still here. It's a miracle we're still here. It's a miracle I am still here. You know, it really is. I should not even be here really right now. I done told y'all my story about, you know, this has been since September 25th, 2024, when they shot up my house in the drive-by. And I'm living proof, I'm a living testimony that they will try to erase you if you stand for, you know, the name of the Most High. If you put his name in your music, if you know, stay true to who you are, your authentic self, and you don't bow to corruption and to evil, then they try to like make you out to be like something's wrong with you, or make you think that you're not good enough or make you think that you're not talented, they pretty much try to cancel you and erase you. And I'm living proof of that. So that's another reason why I keep telling my story every day. And, you know, I've been sitting here thinking for a long time, like, what's going on, man? Like, how could this be? You know, like, how could it be that, you know, they covered the whole thing up, what they did to me, and they got away with it? But this right here, what we see happening, this is just more proof that they didn't get away with nothing, because they've done this to many of the chosen ones. You know, they've done, pretty much made our lives a living hell, and then tried to take us out of the game. And we was the ones who was the messengers. They literally tried to shoot the messenger. That's what they did to me here in my fake hometown. And then they had no remorse. Everyone turned a blind eye to it like nothing happened. So, you know, I don't really feel sorry for none of them, you know, whatever they get for what they get coming to them, because they are all about to get served. All of them are going to get served, and everybody's about to get served who was weeds and chose the side of evil. And the wheat, you know, the ones who were high vibrational, the ones who stayed authentic to themselves, the ones who didn't sell out, the ones who didn't fall for the illusion or the superficiality of the game, you know, the ones who saw through the game, saw through it all, understood what it was, and, you know, didn't take the bait, didn't fall for the traps. We are all the ones who is going to be, you know, bringing in the new world and the new things for better, and for, you know, for everything that is true and real and not fake no more. Because it's time for fakeness to go out. It's time for, like, everything to change to where it's out with the old and in with the new. You know, right now, right about now, that's what it is. It's time for all the old to be eliminated. So the earth is going through a cleansing right now, and everything is going to be, you know, eliminated that is fake. Everyone who was fake the whole time is going to be eliminated. And it doesn't matter about, you know, how much of money they have or anything. None of that is going to save none of them. And everything that's going to be happening and taking place in this new reality is going to be those who, you know, those who are inwardly, you know, inwardly authentic, and those who are, you know, we're going to be around people who are like that, who are inwardly, on the inside, good and pure and clean, you know what I mean? And those who are always like had this fake facade on the outside to make themselves look good and clean and everything like that, and nice and fresh, you know, on the inside of them, they were dark, and they were foul, and they were really like just nasty and sick and disgusting. This even applies to like the churches, the fake churches and everything, the fake pastors and all of that. You know, like the mega pastors, like the mega churches and stuff like that, who done brought in like all this like Babylonian like stuff into the church and stuff like that, and all of that is going to be eliminated in this new world that's coming in right now, with the new people and with the chosen ones who they tried to destroy. The chosen ones are the ones who survived the worst. We survived the worst. We are the Diamond Royals, and it's our turn. It's our turn to shine. It's our time to shine, and it's our time to take back everything they stole from us. And so they know it. They pretty much know that it's an end for them right now. They know that it's a wrap for them. They're terrified, really. They're not going to tell nobody. They're panicking because they know that it's their end. They know that they can no longer lie to us. They know that the lies have reached a boiling point. They know that the veil is being lifted on all of them. And the curtain is closing on all of them. Like I said before, the curtain is closing on all of them devils, on all these devils. The walls are closing in on them. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because, I mean, as bad as it may be, you know, no matter what we may have to go through, we could still go through a lot more right now. You know what I mean? Like, we could really, like, endure a lot more, man. You know what I mean? Because we already know it's zombies all around us out here. Most people now out here, they've already done, you know, given themselves over to the side of darkness. You know, they are not your friends. They are information agents. They are looking for how to, like, see what you got going on, see what's going on with you. They're looking for a way in to, like, to get what you got. So if you have anything good going on for yourself, please be careful. Please be careful with who you are dealing with in your circle. Keep your circle small the way you got it. Stay in the same way that you've been staying in, where, like, you know, you focusing on, you know, your goals, focusing on, you know, everything that's still positive, focusing on raising your vibration, focusing on your creativity, stuff like that. Whatever you can focus on like that, keep focusing on that. And be safe out there because it's hot right now, and it's we are still in this heat wave. It's a lot of, like, just intense heat going on right now, and especially here in my location. So, you know, be safe out there. To make sure you are drinking plenty of water. Make sure you are keeping yourself hydrated. Keep your head on a swivel when you are outside. Before you leave your house, you know, if I was you, I would recommend that you pray before you even leave your house. Pray, and then read Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 to 18 out loud before you even leave your house if you have to go somewhere. So you make sure that you got your full armor on when you go outside. Because as we see these things continue to happen and these calamities, and I told y'all back in, like, the spring when I was walking on the trail and everything, and when I was doing my walking talks, I told y'all back then, I said, when it gets hot, people is going to start tripping. I said, when it gets hot, you're going to see the zombies is going to be coming out the woodwork. So you're going to be seeing a lot more people crashing out right now. You're going to be seeing a lot more people just losing it right now. You're going to see a lot more people just doing, like, more criminal activities right about now. It's probably, I wouldn't be surprised at, like, more robberies, more shootings, more just, like, wicked and evil things going on in the streets. If you were out in the streets, more scams, stuff like that is going to be happening. You're going to have real sharp discernment. And with all of this AI and everything like that, we even, you know, they got technology now, the deep fake technology. It's like you can hardly know or tell what is real from fake. You know, what is the real from the fake. So you're going to have to, like, have real sharp discernment. And even then, it's going to be kind of hard to tell, you know, as things could keep progressing the way it is until, you know, everything really changes. So I would just recommend, man, just keep doing your thing. Keep staying positive. Keep staying in your lane. Watch everybody, you know, all the time. Trust nobody right now. I'm not trusting nobody. I done told y'all I don't trust nobody here. I still have not found out who did what they did to me. I still don't know. So pretty much everybody is suspect in my fake hometown. I am not dealing with no more drama, nonsense, stupidity, or nothing like that. I'm in here in my word, in my apocrypha, like I was in the book of Enoch and stuff like that. So, like, I mean, whatever you can do to raise your vibration right now. That's what I would be doing. Like anything like that, you know, just reading stuff about what's about to happen, because to enlighten yourself and stuff like that. And stay strong, man, and have no fear, you know, because we know the word of God tells us, Isaiah 41:10, to not be afraid. Psalm 27, we know that we are not afraid of what men can do to us. What can man do to us? You know, the Lord is my light and my salvation. You know, we know Psalm 91, you know, it's like, read your verses out loud. Stay strong and hold on, man, because the system is collapsing. And it's more obvious than ever what's going on right now, y'all. So anyway, yeah, I guess that's really pretty much it for the message today. And it's more obvious than ever that we can see this happening. So much love to each and every one of you that have given me support, you know, that you've kept, you know, saying positive things to me to like keep me strong through everything, you know. So peace, love, light, blessings to you all. I'm gonna catch y'all all on the next one. All right, man. Till the next one, you know, stay strong. And if you feel like, you know, saying anything, appreciate that, and all the support and everything. Much love to everyone out there. Stay strong, hold on, man. All right, till the next one. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.